Seems like May is getting pushed up against the wall again for the second time in 2 days. This time, they weren't alone. This episode got real fucking wild. Hey guys, welcome back to Donnie Reacts. We're reacting to episode 2 of Harmony Secrets. And a lot happened this episode. We got people following people to the garages. We got coffee spilled on people. So let's get into it. We start right back at the fucking bar. And this is right after I has just told her she likes women. And I was like, she's like, do you think of me different? Do you think I'm weird? And May is like, nah, I don't think it's weird at all. They sit there, they have a back and forth for a little bit, then they sit down, and I was like, so what's up with old boy? Do you know him? And then May tells her the whole story. So as they're sitting there after that story, I calls May Maple. And May's like, why do you know my nickname? And May's like, I did my research just like you. And May is like, yo, we're not close like that for you to be saying my nickname like that. And I was like, we will.
อย่าเพิ่งพูดว่าไม่มีวันเลยค่ะ
So while they're sitting there talking, the concierge comes down and he's like, oh boy's still up here. Do you want me to do something about it? And A's like, nah, I got this. Don't worry about it. So at that point, A is telling May, in order for him to, you know, believe what's going on, we have to pretend to be together. Are you down? She sticks out her hand. May grabs it. They off. She makes sure that old boys can see him until we get to the wall kissing. She's kissing her, and the whole time, old boy is watching. Not just is he watching, but May makes eye contact with him the whole time, and he's just watching that whole ass scene. After they stop making out on the wall, she takes her back down to the car. They get away, and May is like, "Thank you so much for your help again." And I's like, "I don't do things."
ฉันไม่รับเป็นคำขอบคุณค่ะขอรับเป็นอย่างอื่นแทน
And May's like, "What do you want?" And May's like, "I'll tell you later." So they go and they part their ways, but May hasn't let that leave her mind because she's back at her house touching and rubbing on herself because she's like, oh, oh, because of what I just did, right? So she's in their little days of having flashbacks until she kind of snaps out of it, like, bitch, this is your competitor. Let's get to it. So the next day, there's a shot of I with Yam, and I is asking Yam like, yo, what happened to the financials? You should have gave this to me last night. You could have called me. And Yam was like, I did try to call your ass, but apparently you was too busy with a VIP. In fact, ever since old girl just showed up, you've been acting weird, and you need to tell me what's going on. And then A tells Yam, yo, I like her. I want her. And Yam was like, of all the bitches in the world, you could have. You pick your competitor, and I is like, I got this. Don't worry about it. We cool. Ain't nothing to worry about. Which usually means there's something to worry about. So after that, everybody gets an email from a grader about the bidding. So everybody shows up at the bidding. G asks May before they leave, "Do you want me to show up?" And May's like, "Nah, I got this." And they get there, and they're reaching for the door, and that's when I walks in, and then May completely don't got it because all cognitive function has left the building because G has to snap back into it like 3 times.
คุณเมย์คะคุณเมย์
I walks past, they go straight through, sit down, and G's like, yo, we got to get the shit together. Let's go. Let's go in. They went in. So they go in there for this proposal and everything. So now everybody's talking, and then May's like, I got an idea. We should do it this way, yada, yada, yada. And then almost like in high school, I is like, yo, but I don't agree with this, and this. And then May doesn't back down this time. She gives her thing, and I eventually goes, cool, I'm with it. I agree. Everybody else agrees, and then as everybody's agreeing, May gets the smile on her face, and I is looking at May like a proud like girlfriend, like good job, babe, which is like wild. So after all that, at the end of it, I is like, I gotta get May along. And she enlists Yam, who was like, say less. She walks over with her coffee cup in her hand and her phone in her other hand and accidentally on purpose wastes coffee on G. And G ain't having it. She calls her all kinds of names. Not all kinds of names, but like, dude, you must be really clumsy. And then they kind of walk off arguing, not arguing, but kind of walk off to the bathroom. This is when May gets into the fucking elevator and I's right behind her. They get into the elevator and May's like, you gotta stop following me, yada, yada, yada. May's like, I's like, calm down. I'm going to the garage. My car's down there too. When they get down to the garage, or when May gets down to the garage, guess who's in the fucking garage? Gavin. Gavin has his bitch ass in the fucking garage. Corners man is like, yo, I know you just sitting here playing around, and now you in here acting like you like girls. You ain't never liked girls before, so why you liking girls now? I'm pretty sure you're just doing this to make me jealous. And that's when A comes in and she's like, yo, calm down, bro. I need you to calm down. Because Gavin's like, yo, I saw you at the hotel the other day, and I know you saw me. And I saw you kissing that girl. And then I was like, yeah, that girl was me. What you gonna do about it? Then Gavin's like, yo, I'm gonna go to the press. And she's like, good, go to the press. Because ain't your daddy the owner of this luxury car company? And ain't he gonna be kind of mad when he find out you a fucking stalker, bro? To which he goes like, I'm not a stalker. She's like, you kind of stalkerish. And he turns tail and runs off. And she turns to May and she's like, I helped you again. Now, May is like, why are you following me? She's like, just give me a ride to my car down to the thing. So they get into the car, drive down to get I's car. The whole time in the bathroom, G's trying to get away from Yam. She finally gets away from Yam, pushes her on the ground after she didn't call May a couple of times. And when they get down to the garage, guess what they see? They see May bringing I in for a kiss. Everybody is fucking stunned, shooketh. Okay, now the only person that is not as shook is Yam, but G looks fucking hurt. So after the whole situation in the car, I gets out and Yam leaves. They all leave, and then G gets in the car. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Why are you fucking doing this? She's using me, bro. She's using you, trying to get close to you so that you can get that they can outbid us on this shit. You need to get your head in the game. And then May is like, calm down, calm down. You doing too much. Don't you think I know that? Don't you think I'm doing the same thing? And if you can't handle that and you think you can't do it, then we're gonna have to part ways. And then G's like, bet, I guess this is out. So G gets out the car and ends up at the bar, remembering what happened years ago when she had to stop some dudes from assaulting May because May got slipped some pills. Fast forward, May is like, you can take care of me forever. All you gotta do is work for my dad, which was probably not the best job to fucking take. Okay. After all that, May is remembering when I told her, like, if you still want to try this out and you think you're curious, come meet me at the Athena bar. So May takes her ass to the Athena bar and she's like, hey, what's up? To A, because A is obviously waiting for her down at the bar. And then A is like,
คุณ
yo.
พ่อคนรู้หรือเปล่าคะว่าคุณมาเจอฉันที่นี่แล้วพ่อคนรู้ไหมล่ะคะว่าคุณชอบผู้หญิง
And I is like, does your dad know here? Does your dad know you're here? And then May is like, does your dad know you're gay? Does he know that you like women? And if you do like women, is he gonna let you stay with her? What you gonna do? And then I is like, I'm gonna do whatever my heart feels, even if it makes me lose everything, which is not the smartest thing you tell a competitor, but I guess. All right. So push comes to shove, they end back up at I's place, of course. They get on the couch all hot and heavy and everything, and then May is like, yo, can you give me something to drink? And I's like, of course, whatever gonna calm you down so I can get these panties, bet. I'm gonna do it. So she hauls off to go get the fucking drink, and then of course, what does May do? She gets her ass up and starts snooping the fuck around. Snooping around so much that at some point towards the end, she almost gets caught because that's what happens. She's like, May comes in with the drink, like, the fuck you doing? And that's where we end at. This whole episode was kind of a twist and turn, and I really did enjoy it, and I thought the shit was cool. Tell me what you thought in the comments, and as always, I enjoyed my time sharing this with you. I can't wait till the next episode to share it with you, and like always, lock your doors.